Hello everybody and welcome back to Survival Chances Slimmer, our maximum difficulty oxygen not included Let's Play. Let's start with some of the good news, because that's in a little bit rare supply for our base these days. We have started up our cooling system here, and this cooling system should be enough to bring down the temperature of our entire industrial sector and bring down the temperature of our farmland, which will allow us to plant mealwood seeds across here. We can set up another line here. We can even put mealwood seeds here. We should be able to expand out our farms pretty quickly once we have this cooling system online. We've also gotten all of this heat shield done. We've gotten all of this heat shield done, and so the sort of existential heat problems that we're facing at the bottom of our base are all mostly taken care of. I'll get to that and why it's only mostly in a little bit. We have a good supply of plastic. We have a good supply of ethanol, 5 tons here, another roughly 4 tons here, which should be able to provide us our power to keep our cooling system online for a good chunk of time. We will need to expand out our tree farms in order to keep this all going, but we should be in a decent shape for power. And we have built out a large ranching area, which is all pretty much operational. So we have capacity here for 48 plus 30. We have 78 hatches that we can store in these areas over here. And 78 hatches is going to be a pretty good amount of meat for our base. We set up a kitchen with a sort of automated killing space almost already done. So we've made a lot of progress, right? We've got a steel operation, we've got plastic, we've got a lot of important things done to reach the mid-game. Now the bad news. Number one, we had a bit of an accident at near the end of the last stream where we allowed the gas pressure to dip, which took a lot of our farms offline, which killed our food stockpile and forced us to butcher about half the hatches that we had in our ranches. And we still don't quite have enough mealwood up and running to sustain ourselves. That dip in our food, like that food stockpile that we had was supposed to carry us over to getting our cooling up and running, and instead, because our farms went offline, we're now facing probably starvation. The chances are pretty good we're going to have some duplicants die this stream. The other major issue that we have is that we're kind of running out of easy algae to get our hands on, and we haven't really found much in the way of renewable water supplies. We have this water geyser over here, and of course we'll be getting a little bit of water from processing slime and turning ethanol into water, but a lot of that is going to be reinvested in our trees, and so we kind of are lacking in terms of sources of water to set up some electrolysis. So that's kind of a major issue going forward. Our polluted dirt stockpile is only at 71.2 tons, which is maybe enough for around 4 or 5 duplicants if we spread it out. That's not really enough for us. And also, we don't quite have, we're still a little ways away from getting this cooling up and running because we still need to process around 700 more, or basically 7 more batches of steel. And we need to haul the fossil and crush up that fossil into lime in these rock crushers here in order to accomplish that. And that's kind of all the way over here. So we're a little bit behind. We're running out of food, and we also have some important obstacles in the way of getting our systems up and running before we can get our farms back online. So we need to get these farms online quickly. That way we can start reconstituting our hatch population. We can set up more incubators in order to accomplish that. We still have a pretty good population of hatches, but we are kind of in a rough spot there in terms of maintaining the oxygen in our base and maintaining the food in our base. In addition, I've kind of looked around and I've found that this actually is another heat leak. So we had a heat leak into this area over here that we had to enclose. We had a heat leak over in this area that we needed to enclose. We had a heat leak in this area that we needed to enclose. Right, basically the entire bottom of our map is an unending stream of hot stuff. It's just all connected up pretty much all across here. And there is a heat leak right here. There's also a heat leak right here. We can see the point of interest, the sort of the default placed building, right, that's been spawned into the map. This is conducting heat into these tiles here and is slowly heating up this entire biome right here. So we basically have across this entire, there's a geyser down here, by the way, which we're probably not going to reach in time, but we have heat just all across the entire bottom of the map. It was actually worse than we thought, and we still have another section that we need to cordon off right here and right here, which is going to take some work. We're probably going to have to give up a large chunk of area in order to accomplish that. We already see a lot of these areas going up to around 72 degrees, which is going to be the point of scalding. So We thought that we had this sort of heat death stuff at the bottom of our map all taken care of, but it turns out that pretty much the entire bottom of the map was perforated. None of the abyssite layers really held up. We had just, gold sitting here because of a combination of points of interest and geysers and stuff like that all breaking up the abyssite that was supposed to be containing all this. So we aren't done with the heat problems, unfortunately, the existential heat problems, and we aren't done with the heat problems over here. So we have a big challenge ahead of us. The first thing I think we need to do is we need to gather some more algae, which means going back into this slime lung infested area and gathering more algae over here. This is all going to have to be priority 9 work across here. I also want to dig out this mealwood while we're here. Why not? Let's priority 9 this as well. We also want to go and grab any other little scraps of algae we can get our hands on. This right here seems like a good idea. Let's priority 9 this, because we're going to need this to keep our air pressure up and keep our oxygen up. That way we can make it to the next stage, which is getting all of our mealwood up and going, and then eventually getting all some electrolyzers up and going. We also want to go ahead, I think, and dig out over here and grab as much of this as we can. I think we just dig down right here. Something like this. Let's try and grab some more algae over here. But basically we want to grab as much of this algae as we can to keep our oxygen up, to keep burning it in our oxygen diffusers, and do that until we can get our cooling solution up and running, at which point we'll be able to use some electrolyzers with the backup water that we have. So that is the plan. Yeah, it's going to be rough. We're probably going to lose a few duplicates here because I don't think we're going to have enough food. I think that we're going to be hitting up our ranches again, and we're just not going to have enough. And we don't really have the water supplies to really do any more mush bars. One other thing I want to do is I want to be able to bring these farms back online very quickly. In order to bring these farms back online very quickly, I want to basically cannibalize this entire layer of liquid pipe that we have over here, basically replace it with our cooled water that we are going to make. In order to do that, I want to flush this line of water, basically. And so I want to say base, liquid reservoir. I want to set up a liquid reservoir right here. And then I want to say plumbing, liquid pipe, granite's fine, connect this up right here. And this will basically siphon off all the water from this line, clear out this water that we have right here. That way we can continue supplying our oxyferns even after we've kind of taken over this line for cooling. We're basically going to take this cooling loop that we have going down through here. We're going to bridge it up like this, and then back down like this, and then back into our cooling loop that we're making through our aqua tuners. That is the plan for today, and yeah, I'm thinking there's going to be a few deaths because I think the mistake that we made yesterday of not catching in time that we had run out of algae is really going to hurt us. Letting the farms go offline due to air pressure, because we could have just turned off some of our carbon skimmers and let the pressure maintain. And if the farms don't go offline, then I think we're fine. But we're playing sloppy. I was getting a little bit tired, and we ran into a mistake. But we won't be restarting or anything like that. We're just going to continue on and take the hits as they come. So priority 9 this as well to get this system up and going. And yeah, that's the playbook for today. Hopefully not dying. This has been rough. This has been extremely rough. This also should be priority 9. Yeah, I wanna block off this entire area here. We saw one person run down here. I don't want anybody running down here. There's no point in it. And yeah, we need to get this stuff all done. At this point, I'm willing to say basically anybody can be an operator. I don't really care about the power efficiency at this point. I don't know. I definitely want... I think we're going to go to priorities, and for now, we're going to let everybody do operating. We'll turn it back once we have the steel that we need. We'll set it back, but power concerns are not a major one right now, and that's the main reason why we have these guys limited on who's doing operating, because the issue that we have is that we want someone with really high operating skills to run our to run our operators, or run our steel refineries, right? We want, in particular, someone with really high skills to run this metal refinery. So yeah, we need 7 more batches of steel before we can complete the last aqua tuner. We also have a lot of other stuff we need to build here, so it's not the rate limiting step right now, but it is important that we get that done as well. And yeah, we might have some starvation issues. I think we just need to roll with it. I don't know a way. If we raid the ranches too hard, then I think we die as well, because we don't have, even after we get the cooling up and going, we only have enough mealwood planted for a certain number of duplicants, right? So if we're printing out a new dupe every 3 cycles, we're still going to be facing some bad situations in terms of that. Also, the number of people with slime lung is still an issue. Bert is going to eat. Max is recovering breath. Where are these guys? Max, where are you? You're recovering your breath here. Alright. Can you find food, Max? Is that a thing you can do? Or are you pretty much screwed? Also, let's take any and all of our oxyferns and move them up here. I want to basically populate all of our oxyferns in these areas over here or over here. This should be temperate as well. Yeah, this should be fine as well. So let's dig out the rest of our oxyferns, get them set up, and we really want people to be running these rock crushers. I mean, this is priority 9. It's the highest priority. We're letting everybody do it now. Someone should be ideally getting on it, because we need that fossil crushed up into lime so we can get steel. And yeah, we also need people digging out more algae. That way we can haul it out to these oxygen diffusers to keep our oxygen up. And that's the story of the game, basically. We're probably going to need to butcher a few more hatches. But again, we can't butcher too many of them because we don't have the incubator set up right now. So we can't go super hard on the, like, we haven't quite completed our ranching setup as a result. We need to be incubating this stuff if we're going to support a larger population off of the meat. Also, one other thing we want to do is we want to deconstruct this. We shouldn't have built these walls quite yet. We want to deconstruct these two, that way we can deconstruct this gas pump once we have this area enclosed, because we'll need to take all this out. We also, I suppose, can wait on connecting up. So we're going through here, connecting up this. We want to basically disconnect one of these pipes right here. Let's cancel this one. We'll build this one last. That way we're not sending any water to these aqua tuners, so even though we power up these aqua tuners, they won't have anything to run, and so we won't be heating up the place. Let's do that. These are all at priority 9-2 to turn slime into algae. Alright. Yeah. Okay. So we're going to deconstruct these, and then we need to get the rest of this built. We need to get this piping system built. We need to get these thermal sensors built. We also need automation wire. We need to wire this up. This is one thing we've forgotten to do. This needs to connect up to here. This needs to connect up to here. This needs to connect up to here. Lead should be fine, but this is all other priority 9 work. Finish up that automation, because that's going to be our control system to make sure that these aqua tuners don't destroy themselves, basically, by running too cool of a coolant through themselves and freezing the pipes, because that is going to be a concern that we have. Our previous system didn't need that because it wasn't powerful enough. This one is going to be powerful enough that we need to worry about that. Yeah, body temperature is shutting a lot of these off, which is not good. I think we are ready to go ahead and copy settings here, and then across some of here. How many oxyfern seeds do I have access to at the moment? Not critter eggs, oxyfern seeds. One more. We'll slap down one more right here. Okay. This is going to be rough. That mistake yesterday really cost us. I think we'd actually be sitting pretty if it wasn't for that problem that we had. Because I think we had pretty much everything else settled. We really need people doing this rock crusher, though. I'm not exactly sure why they aren't grabbing the fossil. Maybe it's just so far away that they're running into problems grabbing it. So there is oxygen along this entire path. So that's not the issue. It could just be distance. We could go to priorities. Let's go ahead and turn off proximity. Let's turn off proximity for now. That'll probably add to the lag a little bit, but I think it might get them to deliver the stuff they need to these rock crushers. Yeah, we already see a bunch of people running off here to go grab that priority 9 stuff. We want to dig out, want to grab more algae. Also, is there any other little bits of algae we could conceivably grab? This right here would be fine. And let's go ahead also and say base, ladder, what is it, sedimentary rock, ladder, sedimentary rock. Let's give an order to go down here as well and dig out this, like so. We're going to priority 9 all this work as well. We need as much algae as we can to keep our pressure up, to keep our farms going. We're also probably at the point we just want to turn off a lot of these. Turn off our carbon skimmers so we can keep the pressure up as well. Let the CO2 layer rise to up around here, which will kind of make it hard to work in these areas, but is better than the alternative, I think. Okay. Oh boy. So each hatch, so it kind of depends for how many hatches we need per dupe. Each hatch, if farmed correctly, like farmed all the time, and isn't cramped or anything like that, each hatch will produce 1 egg every 6 cycles. So it produces basically another hatch every 6 cycles. And then that hatch, if we butcher it, is worth 3,200 kilocalories, but then it's worth 4,000 kilocalories if we cook it into barbecue first. So let's say we're getting 4,000 kilocalories every 6 cycles from a hatch, right? That's 666 kilocalories per cycle. We're going to need 2,000 kilocalories per cycle to keep something going. So we need basically 3 hatches per dupe. So if we have room for 78 hatches or so in here, then that should conceivably provide the food for 25 out of 40 of our duplicants. Right now we're around like 25 hatches though. Though we do have 32 hatchling eggs and 6 sage hatchling eggs going, but we're not really optimally farming this stuff either, right? We have a cramped area over here, which we kind of need to take care of. We need to sweep up a lot of these eggs. That way they aren't crowding these areas. And then we need to kind of rebalance some of the stuff. Like, I think we're ready to say, for this one, we might just say max 3 critters on these. Let's do this. And then copy settings across here to try and wrangle up some of the hatches from crowded areas into non-crowded areas. That way they continue to produce eggs. But 3 hatches per dupe is a good idea, right? Kind of like we need 10 mealwood per dupe for our mealwood plants. Probably a little bit more than that, just because we're not 100% efficient, right? And there's going to be some losses due to inefficiency. But if we get to around there, I think we're going to be okay-ish. Have we hauled out any fossil to these areas? Yes, no. So we have some fossil here. Now we need someone to come along and start pounding on this. Is there a lack of oxygen here? There's kind of a lack of oxygen here. They're going to have a hard time building some of this, just because there's no oxygen in these areas to work with. We have some lettuce, it looks like. That's nice. Any other food we can get our hands on is going to be very welcome. muck roots, stuff like that. I kind of also want to up the priority on a couple of these. And I also want to maybe dig out across here to try and improve airflow. If we can get the oxygen that's up here to kind of fall downwards, then we'll be in a better shape. Because this oxygen is at a reasonable-ish temperature, too. Right, we could set up like a pump or something here. That might be... Let's actually cancel this and say move it over by 1. I guess we have some sandstone available here. Oxygen, deodorizer, sandstone. Set this up right here. Priority 9. And let's see if we can't also get some more oxygen to fall down here. We can deconstruct this, something like this, and give priority 9 to all this. And that can help with our oxygen situation as well. And then we won't need to dig out quite as much algae because we can rely upon this, ideally. Still doesn't help us with our food situation, but little bits of progress. All right, cool. More fossil. That's great. We'll toss it in here. Make more steel. We're at 600 kilograms. We need to get to 1,200 kilograms. If we get to 1,200 kilograms, we've gotten there. Okay, so this is all... So we've drained this whole line at this point, right? Now we are ready to start rearranging this. I think we want to deconstruct this. We'll say priority 8 for now. It's not hugely important to me. I think we want to deconstruct this. Something like this. Priority 8 on that. That way we can bridge over here and then bridge back on to here and use this as our loop is the goal. Plumbing, liquid pipe. We kind of also want to replace some of this liquid pipe with granite. Either that or lead. I think just getting the coolant flowing through here will be enough because this area is not that hot, right? Just if we get 0-degree coolant flowing through here, then we'll probably be good. So we've got all the water drained out of that system, basically. That is good. We could move some more oxyferns over to here. Definitely don't need these at this point. We also just really need to finish up our steel. We need to get this cooling system online, because that's what gets the rest of our farms online. I also kind of want to dig out this at this point, just so they have a smoother path. That would also kind of help. So what are you guys going to do? You are going and grabbing fossil. Okay, great. Get me my steel. Get us the steel up. Get the cooling system up. Get the cooling system going. We have plenty of power for the cooling system. We have a big backlog of lumber as well that we haven't delivered because we just haven't had the time. We can get all that going as well. Gas pressure is still fine. Not great, but fine. This we have at a 9, so all the food is getting delivered up here, so our slime lung dupes probably shouldn't have problems. Let me check on... Yeah, it's always these slime lung guys that are having the problems eating. Because they have to catch their breath a lot. New dupe. What do we got? Noodle arms is not that bad. It's kind of bad, though. But if they're just going to be an operator, it isn't that bad. Rest of this is pretty poor. Yeah, none of these guys are really that exciting. Ren is the worst. Decorating is useless for us. I think we take... I mean, we could take another operator, but I think we have enough operators at this point. We only have the one steel refinery. It's only got to operate a little bit longer. I think we take Frankie here. Small bladder is actually a positive. No taste is a reasonable positive, and then they have +3 to construction, which is going to be nice because we need more builders. So let's take Frankie. Let's go to skills. We're just going to right away give Frankie some improved construction, like so. And then schedule-wise, let's move Frankie down to here. Just keep on spreading them out. Move Frankie down to here. That was the wrong Frankie, wasn't it? I moved Frankie number 1. Uh-oh. Where did I move Frankie number 1 from? Oh no. Probably over here. Let's just toss him over here. I think this is the Frankie. Oh no, we need to rename our Frankies. Frankie number 2. Nope, we moved the other Frankie. You know what? That's fine. I don't even know. Let's go to Vitals. Let's rename our Frankies before we try any of this. Moved the wrong Frankie. Okay. Frankie, you need to be Frankie number 2. Alright. Frankie number 2. Yeah, and let's go to priorities. And let's tell Frankie number 2 that they are going to be... You're going to be a builder. I want you going and building stuff. Okay. He has the rest of the steel done. So this needs to be 6 more things of steel. Let's set that. Although I guess it just dropped the lime and refined carbon out of there because of that, because I clicked it the wrong way. Fair enough. Redeliver this stuff. Get this going. We are having some success transporting oxygen up here. It's going to create heat issues for these farms, though. But it's going to help the air pressure a little bit. I think let's go ahead and disable this. I think it's done its job. We have the air pressure up. If we need to, like we have this oxygen being produced over here. Let's just save the power for ourselves. Yeah, and there's Frankie number 2, building up a storm. Perfect. They've got 5 in buildings, so that's pretty good. Okay. Not bad. This hatchling, we can go ahead and give an order to attack. Because we don't have our drowning facility quite done. We need a little bit of oil dribbled on here. This is waiting for the oil, but not quite getting there. Alright. Build me this. We also need to build out the rest of this. And then we need to start pumping out the gas out of here. Or I guess we need to set up the last aqua tuner first. Alright, we have 3,200 kilocalories of meat. That will get turned into 4,000 calories of barbecue. We're basically getting rid of all of our sage hatches. I want to just feed sand and sandstone to our hatches. I don't want to feed dirt. We're going to have a lot more sand in the long run. And these are all halted due to body temperature. Yeah, we have all sorts of issues. We're probably going to have a lot of little starvation. I don't know a way around it, besides just butchering a lot more hatches. We can, I guess, dig out up here, grab these 2 hatches, and kill them. Yeah, I guess we can do that. Ladder, sandstone, boom, deconstruct, dig out here, and then give an order to attack this hatch, and attack this hatch. And priority 9, everything here. And that'll give us an extra 6,400 kilocalories. Actually, an extra 8,000 once we've cooked it up. That will help a little bit. Try and keep our food up however we can. Bert is suffocating. Where are you, Bert? Okay, you're not really suffocating. You're fine. What were you trying to do, Bert? Have we dropped something down here? We have. We've dropped some meal lice down here. Unfortunate. So Bert was trying to grab this meal lice and couldn't because there wasn't enough oxygen. There's kind of enough oxygen. There's oxygen right here. You can catch his breath here and do it again. Give it a shot. If people die, people die. We just have to accept it. The mistake cost us too much. Okay. So we have completed up all of this. We want to sweep this polluted water out of here. Let's sweep this. Yeah, we want to get all of this out of here. Any and all polluted water over here needs to go. Sweep up this polluted water. Priority 9 on this. Like so. And I think what we do is we also just say that this should be sweep only polluted water. And we can get our automatic drowning facility up like this as well. We just need a little bit, right? And this is enough. So we need to sweep this out because it'll otherwise put gases into here that aren't going to be steam. And we need to finish up these automation wires here. That way we can start. We can get rid of this ladder, and then we can start building our last aqua tuner. Once we build the last aqua tuner, we can seal this in and be good to go for pumping out the gas and pumping in water. And then we can turn on our system once we have enough thermal mass in there to start it up. We're getting here, slowly. I guess this guy also should probably just be attacked. Get us some more meat. We still have the lettuce sitting somewhere here. Where's this lettuce? Okay, the lettuce is in here. Alright, that's fine. Yeah, eat some lettuce. People should be able to eat lettuce. Pound the fossil. Get us the steel for the last aqua tuner. Okay, let me just check this one more time. So this is all set up correctly, right? No, we need plumbing, insulated liquid pipe, igneous rock. We need a connection right here, right? To bridge over to here. Then this goes in, this connects. This is going to be where the other aqua tuner is, right? So this will go down, yep. Then we have this aqua tuner here. This bridges over like so. This part of the line is not going to be used, basically, because it's just going to go straight up here. Right. Yeah, so we kind of just want to deconstruct this right here, just to make sure that everything flows smoothly. Deconstruct that pipe right there. We are waiting on building this until we're ready. Right, so this liquid bridge, set it like priority 2 for right now, because this is going to be how we pump our water in, and then ultimately also how we refill this from our steam turbines to make this a closed loop. Okay, so yeah, this should do it. Priority 9, this last bit of construction here. We're almost ready for our steel. We need 400 more kilograms of steel. Where are we at? Do you have lime? You have 20 kilograms of lime. Refined carbon. Do we have the refined carbon? How much refined carbon do I have? Let's shrink this down. We have 100 kilograms of refined carbon, another 10 kilograms of lime that isn't in here. So we have 30 kilograms. We need 10 more kilograms of lime. So this should be... I think we're actually set, because we dug out exactly as much as we needed. All right, so we need 2 more fossil to lime jobs done. Either that or an eggshell to lime job done. That will provide an extra 10 kilograms of lime. That'll give us enough for the 4th bit of steel here. Right? And then we have 100 kilograms of refined carbon, plus what we have in here. Yeah, so we should be set. The refined carbon is just sitting right here, right? Yeah, 80 kilograms right there. Okay, cool. Alright, so we have pretty much all the resources we need. They just need to go and fetch the last 2 bits of fossil that are over here. And then we'll be good. This is all priority 9. There's no food to grab up here, it looks like. I mean, maybe these buried objects have food. It's maybe worth checking out. It could just be mealwood seeds, though. But let's say priority 9 on checking out the easy ones that are over here. I guess we haven't done any work right here on this. Oxygen levels are okay over here. Yeah, we need that algae. So we need to keep the oxygen levels up. I mean, this is maybe taking too long. Let's change all this to priority 8. This idea is just going to take too long. I need the algae right away. Slime. I mean, slime is helpful too, because we can process the slime. But we'd also just like algae. Let's go ahead and say base, ladder, sandstone. Set up this right here. Dig out this right here. Dig out these bits right here. Priority 9, all of this work. And then let's give an order to dig out like so. Dig out across here. Dig out across here. Dig out here. Priority 9, all of this digging work. Get us more slime, get us more algae. Get us more oxygen, because we don't have an oxidizer up and going. Or not an oxidizer, electrolyzer up and going. So that's pretty necessary. This is all priority 9. Do we have any closer algae? Anything easier to get our hands on? We're not going down here. There's no oxygen to work with down here. I don't think we're going over here. This is a little bit too far away from our base. We could dig out, say, over here and allow some of this oxygen to seep up. I think I like that idea. Let's go and say base, mesh tile, copper works well, actually. Let's go copper right here, and then something like this. And let's say priority 9 on this. That way the oxygen that we have over here can flow into our base a little bit easier. Part of it's just getting the oxygen that's around in the other sort of areas that we've reached back into our base. Otherwise we're relying a lot on this polluted dirt. We just don't have enough yet. We haven't been able to run our systems enough to keep that going. This is waiting on lead. Oy. What's the air pressure like over here? Falling. So let's turn off the rest of these. Any CO2 that gets produced, we're fine with. These are all using lumber. Most of these are operational, so they should be producing lumber as well. That's fine. Yeah. Okay. Okay. I want my steel. I want to get the cooling system up. We need the farms up again. We're gonna run out of. I mean, food is just as big a concern as the oxygen. Maybe even bigger because our duplicates are going to be running around other places working, right? So they'll be breathing in some oxygen from other places that'll kind of get us there. But the food, if we run out of food, they just die. They just straight up die. We're up to 900 kilograms of steel. Where are you suffocating, Devin? Okay, you're fine. I think he was grabbing refined carbon. Yeah, they have some refined carbon right here that they're picking up and delivering. This needs to be running full-time at this point. This is priority 9. Let's go and set these as priority 8 at this point. We don't have the algae to run what they're hooked up to anyways. Let's make sure that our operators are working on our steel here. Oh, we're cutting it close. We're cutting it extremely close. We did have one dupe die prior to this, but that was a glitch. They had plenty of oxygen around them and they died of suffocation. I don't know. They got trapped in some loop that we didn't notice, and it killed them. But if dupes die now, it's because they don't have the resources to live, not because of some AI problem. This death is on the game. Any deaths here are on us. Yeah, Bubbles died. She suffocated, but like, she suffocated basically in an area that had this much oxygen, right? She kind of got stuck. She just like was jiggling back and forth, I think. Right? She like, there were the pathfinding kept saying, "Oh, go here, go here, go here," because the gases were moving, and she never actually got to a place and she died. Starvation not quite over. Starvation is still an issue because we don't have enough farms to support everybody right now. We're slowly killing off some hatches, and hopefully we can limit how many we kill off. Okay, so we have all the fossil that we need, right? And we just need to process the rest of the steel. This is all... So all the piping is now done. All of the automation is also done, right? This is all hooked up the way we want it to be. This liquid pipe thermal sensor is going to say, send a green signal if above negative 5 degrees Celsius. Copy settings, boom, boom. Right, so this is going to control the aqua tuners and prevent them from destroying themselves, basically. Or at least prevent them from destroying the pipes that they output into. So we want to deconstruct this ladder now, right, and set up our last... we need to sweep up this polluted water first. Yeah, this is very important. We want this to be swept up. We want it to be delivered to here. I mean, maybe we just yellow alert. Yellow alert on this bottle emptier. Yellow alert on this. And this, because this is holding up the show. We need to get these out of here. So take the polluted water, deliver it to here, dump it in here. This should get our automated killing system up and going as well. Yeah, go and grab that. What are you guys doing? They can reach here, right? And they can reach here. I mean, I set this to yellow alert. I guess... I mean, priority-wise, don't I have some duplicates that are interested in doing that? Like, let's say I checked on Camille here. She's a farmer, so that's why she's not that interested. He's a farmer as well. How many farmers do I have? This is probably a farmer. Max. Dead tired because he probably doesn't even have a bed. Yeah, I don't even think he has a barracks to sleep in. Generate power. We need someone to do this work. I guess it's tidying. I mean, we already have, like, what's Turner doing? Turner is recovering breath, and then life support supply to water sieve, construction supply. Why is there no sweep command or deliver? Why are they not sweeping up this polluted water? Right, his priorities are tidying. Let's try errands. Available errands, no. I've told him to sweep this up. We have a bottle emptier here. Top priority. Auto bottling is off, that's fine. Polluted water. Why aren't they grabbing this polluted water? Why has this not happened yet? I have tidiers, right? Like Abe. What is Abe doing? Abe is eating, okay. You're a cook. Meep, what are you doing? Meep is eating. Nails is eating. Trivaldo is storing food. It isn't even showing up as something for them to do, though. I guess it's saying there's nowhere for this to go, this polluted water, right? Like it's saying, it's basically saying same thing as this coal. There's nowhere to sweep this coal. But I have this bottle emptier right here. Sweep only, polluted water, it's reachable, right? We need this polluted water out of here. Yeah, the red around this sweep errand says that it can't be done. Yeah, corpse right here. Rip Banny. Go on without me. She got caught in some loop that we didn't see. She suffocated even though there was plenty of oxygen around her. That one was kind of bad. We got a little bit unlucky there. So why does it say there's nowhere for this polluted water to go? They carry the polluted water out to here, right? Bottle emptier says polluted water, right? Liquid say 9.2 kilograms of polluted water available, 0 kilograms pending errands. They should be delivering it to there though, right? What is going on? Top priority, sweep. Why does it not? Polluted water. Let's try changing this. Polluted water. No. Sweep only. Why is this not... Why are they not saying this polluted water needs to be swept up? Because also this needs to be swept up. Is there any other water over here that I care about? This right here. Sweep up all of this. Why is it not sweeping this up? I want you to come down here. I want you to grab all this polluted water and put it into this bottle emptier. Wait, someone else died in this stream? Oh, Bert has starved to death. Okay, rip Bert. Yeah, he got trapped with slime lung, I think. That's fine. Bert, we knew there'd be casualties. I'm gonna live with it. Igneous rock. Set up a little place for Bert here. But back to the more important question. Yeah, Bert was trying to grab food somewhere. Or he was trying to grab Yeah, he was trying to grab this meal lice down here. We actually kind of caught him while he was doing it, and then I just said I'm not going to go through the effort of saving him. He's trying to. There was some meal lice down here that he was trying to grab, but apparently catching his breath here, he didn't have enough time to run down here, grab it, and then I think he was like trying to run up to some food area. That's fine. I'll live with one death. It was going to take work to save him anyways. Rebuilding the bottle emptier. Maybe it's glitched out. Why is this not working? Is it just straight up glitched out? It doesn't like what it's doing? Is it's not... Oh. Oh, he's picking it up. Liam's picking it up. Okay, cool. Even though it says that there's no place for it to go, they are doing it. Okay. Cool. I think maybe... Alright, moving it up here is fine too. If they drop it off here, that works with me as well. As long as they get it out of here. There's no other polluted water down here, right? Yeah, my bad. It was Banny. Apparently it was Banny. I thought it was Bubbles for a second, but I got him confused. They will be remembered, of course. Not well remembered, but you know. I'll be vaguely aware that they died. Okay, so we've cleaned out the polluted water here. Deconstruct priority 9. This once they have this out of here, I don't actually care. Right? Set this back to normal priority. Okay, cool. Deconstruct this, priority 9. Then we can start building our thermal aqua tuner. We almost have the steel for it. We're at 1,000 kilograms. Yeah, deconstruct this. Stress is going to go up a little bit more. It's only a few people that it's really affecting, because they're the people that have morale issues, because we don't have them like with a bed or anything like that. Where are you delivering? You're supplying farming materials from here? That's a bad idea. I'd rather you not do that. In fact, I will just tell you to drop it. Go do something else. Pick up the dirt from somewhere else. Okay. Now we want to say utilities, thermal aqua tuner. Once we have the steel, we want to start moving it down here. So this needs to be, this is a high priority. Get this done. Get the last of our steel made. We can probably turn on the power here. Yeah, I think we're ready to turn on the power to this pump. Start getting this pump pumping gas out. That way it'll be quicker to seal this in. I think power, heavy watt wire, aluminum. Connect this up. Get this pump on. Oh, also power. We don't have this connected. Never mind. So we need to connect up this as well. I'm missing a segment here. Never mind. Base, ladder. That's frustrating. Igneous rock, I guess. Yeah, sure. Base, ladder, igneous rock. We forgot one part. Priority 9 this. And priority 9 this. Okay. We have that pump going. I mean, we have to wait a little bit on the steel anyways. We need to wait for this coolant to flow and then get the steel in, but get this done. This is where you're grabbing dirt from? This is not a good place to grab dirt, you guys. Isn't there like plenty of dirt over here? What are you supplying? Where are you supplying? I guess you're supplying to these trees. I'll live with it. But isn't there closer dirt nearby? There's all this dirt right here. Why aren't you grabbing that? It's like appropriate temperature dirt. Fair enough. Okay. Have we Gotten any more algae? Or keeping the oxygen level up? Not really. I also want my algae. Like, why haven't we gotten any of this done? Have we dug out any of this? No. What are you guys working on? Max is recovering breath. Where are you going? Supplying operational materials. You're not carrying anything. Operational supply to ethanol distiller. So they're on priority 8 stuff, apparently. That's fine. Where are my dedicated diggers digging is a good question. I have specialized diggers that should be working on these algae deposits. That way our suppliers can haul them in. Priorities. Digging. I guess we put some of these guys on ranching as well. Switch this off. You don't need to be operators right now. I want you to be diggers. What are you doing? Recovering breath. What are you doing? Fabricating at a metal refinery? Yeah, I don't care about that. Go and dig. Go and dig. You don't need to be the person operating the metal refinery. There's going to be someone else. Alright, never mind. You're going to do it anyways. Sure. Yellow alert this, and yellow alert this. These are super high priority. I want those done. Go, auto, go. Unreachable food is a message we worry about. So any of these guys that are cramped, I think we want to start killing off. Groomed, happy, cramped over here. Let's kill off one of these. Saves us the effort of moving them around. Happy, glum, hungry, because they haven't delivered to these things over here. Even though they're hungry, they're going to be fine. Yeah, that should be fine. Finish this up, finish this up. Yeah, they keep delivering to these trees from over here, which is kind of bad. It's not really where we want things to be delivered from. Alright, we have the rest of the steel done. Finish up this heavy watt wire, please. Nope, runs out of oxygen. Goes and catches his breath. Get this done, please. Nope. Stops, recovers breath. Yeah, this is a risk of turning off these carbon skimmers. Let's turn one back on. Oh! Get it done. You finished your delivery tasks? Great, can we build it? How about we build it? And we build the wire, perfect, okay. Deconstruct this now. This is our next super high priority. Oh, not here though. You need to get out of there before you deconstruct it though. Deconstructs. Great. And then, utilities, thermal aqua tuner, steel. We're going to plop this down right here. This is our next super high priority. Once we get this online, we should actually stabilize on food. Especially since we let Bert die. Letting Bert die means one less mouth to feed. Means that we have 10 less farms that we need to keep operational. I know that's kind of a cop-out. Like, it's not truly maximum difficulty if we're letting a couple of people die, but I don't know. I have to admit, we made a mistake yesterday. We let the farms go offline when we shouldn't have, and that created a lot of issues for us. So we just kind of have to live with a couple deaths on our hands. No, there were 2 dupe deaths. Bert died and then Banny's dead from previous. There's only one death this stream. Which, if we keep it to 1 death, I'm actually kind of fine with that. I think there's going to be more, though. I think we have some issues that still need to be resolved. Because there's going to be a period where we're going to need to focus on oxygen, and we're not going to be able to focus on food. And And we're probably also going to have some problems. We can also deconstruct this at this point, since they can apparently stand here and do this. Alright. We're almost ready with our cooling system. You almost finished it. We're almost there. Build it. Build it. Build it. Okay. Base. Insulated tile. Igneous rock. We need to seal this off. We're now ready to build this as well. Priority 9 this. Priority 9 this. This is pumping out the gas from this area. Mostly. Let's set this one high priority and set this one high priority. Okay. Also, are people actually starving? I mean, there's plenty of food, but they could be stuck in slime lung loops because their oxygen levels have fallen. Oh, you look dead. I mean, you're pretty close to dead, right? You're like, if you run out of breath on your way to eat, you die. Where are you, Devin? So if he runs out of breath before he gets there... Oh! Did he die? They normally don't starve. Did we just watch another one die? Yeah, he's dead. Alright, one more death. Again, letting the farms go offline for a cycle killed a lot of our stuff here. He was so close. He was so close. But I really don't want to play the game where we micromanage these guys anymore to keep them from starving. That's just, it's so painful. I'm willing to take some deaths. Stress will go up, but that'll be fine. It's still just like a couple people that are in the sort of the danger zone, and they're mainly there because of morale. I think we're also ready. We're probably also ready to allow access for everybody again. Get their morale back up. We're gonna have to deal with that at some point. You guys can go back in here, and anybody that we... Anybody that we barred from here can also come up here again. If you die on your way, you die on your way. Okay, cool. One more bites the dust, unfortunately. The slime lung hits him real hard. Alright, so now we're putting in some water in here. We've got this done. We're pumping out all the gas. We're basically ready to turn on our thermal aqua tuners and get them going. So the question is, do we want to start using this now? This still has water in it. It's going to be there for a little while longer. I think we just get the coolant system running on this, and then we can bridge over whenever we like. This is all done, basically. Yeah, so we're just going to bridge over here, and then we're going to bridge here, back onto this line. And then we kind of want to set up a bridge over here somewhere. So, plumbing, liquid bridge, granite is fine. We want the liquid bridge like right here. This would work. And then we can liquid bridge across here and just have it flow smoothly. Let's try that. Did I do this right? Plumbing, liquid bridge. Yeah, this is fine. Okay. Liquid bridge, priority 9, and then we'll bridge here, get the coolant going up to here. We might want to replace some of this with radiant liquid pipe. I think we... How do we want to settle this? We could just disconnect this and then reconnect this wastewater system for the time being until this has kind of had a chance to go. I think we're ready to Let's let this vacuum out a little bit more first. And then we'll turn the system on. Because we want a little bit of time to get some water in here as well. Rip. Rip Devon number 2. But as I promised, we're not gonna revert to old saves. We're gonna continue on. We're just gonna take the lumps. Yeah, I mean, the deaths make this easier, is the sad truth. They lower the difficulty, because it means that we have fewer duplicates to feed and keep breathing. You are going to eat. Your breath is at 73%. This is another one stuck in a loop, it looks like. Yeah, the AI, part of the reason is just the AI, right? Like, these guys starve to death with plenty of food around because the AI doesn't handle slime lung very well. Where are you, though, Nails? Vitals. Nails is right here. And she's running up here to eat. And she's going to run out of breath along the way, I'm pretty sure. Okay, let's see if we can stop the bleeding here, right? Let's tell Nails that they aren't allowed in. And you're not allowed in here either. Just so she eats where she is. Yeah, go eat right now. She drops her food, she recovers her breath, but she's probably alive as a result. Who's our other one that's... We'll do a little bit of micromanagement to prevent too many deaths, I guess. Max is going to eat. How much breath do you have? 82%. You are also running up to here. Yeah, let's bar you from going in as well. Maximilian, where are you? Did I miss him? Max. Bar you from coming in. Bar you from coming in. Eat your food where you're at. That's what kind of breaks them out of that loop, is if you just prevent them from trying to get to areas that don't have great oxygen to eat. Okay, we're vacuuming this out. We're pumping water in. This is fine. Max is still having troubles. Looks like he dropped his meal. Max, where are you at? I've decided to start carrying again. You're eating? This is you right here eating? Okay, never mind. I've decided to start caring about deaths again, Max. So, good on you. So live. Set up our graveyard right here. How close is this to pumped out? It's getting close. We have some water built up here. Some. I think we're ready to turn this on and start getting our coolant going. So, plumbing. We want to say plumbing, insulated liquid pipe, igneous rock. Go ahead and hook this up. And this will complete this loop. We'll cool off this. We'll cool across here. We'll just keep it on a close, this loop right now, and then we'll extend it out to here once it's kind of cooled things down a little bit. So priority 9, this. Get our cooling system online. Looking good. And then we need to grab more algae pretty badly. Where are our miners? What are they doing? They haven't mined out this. They haven't mined out this. What are our dedicated miners doing? Ada, what are you doing? You're going to dig. Where are you going to dig? You're not... you are going... Oh, you're digging out this stuff over here. I mean, that helps. There's plenty of oxygen along this entire way for you to dig. How about you, Ruby? You are recovering breath. Where are you? You are recovering your breath. Where are you, Ruby? Can't even see you. There's so many people. You're stuck somewhere in the crowd. Are you right here? No. Somewhere in this pile of people. Ruby? Ruby? Where are you, girl? Are you here? I think she might be here. Hassan, Marie... Ruby. Yep, she's there. Okay. Also, I don't know where they're getting this contact with allergic reaction germs. There's no allergic reaction germs here. They'd be pink. There's no allergic reaction germs. What are you talking about? There's not even any bristle blossom over here. Like, this is it. This is not close to being done. I don't know what they're talking about. This is awaiting sand delivery. Let's bump these priorities up here and here. Get some sand delivered to there. Try and clean up this area a little bit. That way we have a little bit less of a slime lung issue. Because slime lung is really what's killing the dupes. It's the slime lung plus low oxygen conditions that's creating the issues. And we really need to get our oxygen back up. This is not a good look for oxygen. Why are these offline? Irrigation? So this is all offline due to irrigation. Let's dig up these so we can replant them over here. Something like that. And we need our cooling pretty bad so we can get farms online. Yeah, uproot this. And then we want to say food, farm tile, dirt. We want to start preparing for the inevitable, which is planting all this here. Dirt. Our dust cap is growing. Did not give us a extra fungal spore yet again. Okay, and copy settings. Get mealwood planted, I guess. Give an order for all this. And priority 8 this for our new layer of farms. And then let's also go ahead and say copy settings across here. Get this set up. Basically get ready for the cooling to come in and start getting this all chill. What else are we looking for here? We want this to get built. This is alright, priority 9. Okay. And I think we have the ethanol to run this for a while. We'll need to set up some... We'll need to set up some steam turbines at some point, but we have a while before that becomes an issue, I think. So I think we're good. The question is where we want to set up an electrolyzer room. Because that's going to be a big task. This is still dormant, so we don't really have great supplies of water. But we'll need to get our oxygen back up soon. And scraping and scrapping for algae is not long-run viable. Apparently our diggers are not even getting out to these areas. Who else is good at digging? Who else has any sort of skill in digging? 3, 3, 3, 3. Not a lot of other diggers. Because we let one of our diggers die, basically. Maybe we could take Abe number 2 and toss him in there. Definitely don't care about anybody but our operators operating at this point. I think we're back to saying that by default new duplicates will not operate. And then yeah, do this. We already have the steel. Let's go back to being efficient when it comes to operating. Get all these people toggled back down again. Get this all down, and then I still need people to go and dig up that algae. We still need to top off our oxygen just a little bit more. I don't want them to be ranchers, though. So anybody who isn't actually a rancher, let's clear this up, because there's no real benefit. So you're fine as an operator. We don't want you as an operator. So put you back down. These two are fine for operating. So is Stinky and Ashcan. So these four can operate just fine. Is there anything else we want you to do? I mean, you guys are kind of good at building as well, but let's put them on building tasks as well. So these guys will be... I mean, we're not going to be powering stuff if we don't do that. We kind of want these guys running on hamster wheels as well. Okay, who are our diggers? I want like a couple more diggers is all I want. If you have no ranching skill, I'm taking you off of this. If you have any ranching skill, we're keeping you on. Because we're going to need a lot of ranchers. You are digging... I guess Abe is fine. Put Abe up there as a digger. And... what else? Frankie's a much better farmer than anything else. Frankie number 2 could be a digger as well. That would work for me. He's a better construction person, though. Gossman, kind of the same story. Let's put you on construction. We need to be super efficient here. Husbandry skill of 1. So you have an interest in ranching, but we haven't gotten you ranching yet? Is that what you're telling me, Hassan number 2? Yeah, you have an interest in ranching, but we haven't gotten you to ranching yet. Okay, because we've apparently been doing all this stuff, which doesn't seem right. So Abe number 2 is one of the people we put on digging, right? Well, he definitely is going to be one of them now. Priorities, Abe number 2, where are you? Abe number 2, you're digging now. Great. What else, what else, what else? Bubbles, what are you good at? Decorating? Okay. That's... and medicine. Decorating and medicine. Wow, you... this is garbage. Bubbles, you're garbage. What's going on here? I guess you're just doing all sorts of stuff. You're not specialized at anything, so I'm going to leave you alone. Take you off of this. No, wait, you have an interest. So once we train you, we'll put you on that. But not now. Who else? Nope, put you on that. Yeah, you're a gopher. You're a gopher. You guys are classic gophers. Nisbet is a builder. Sure. Auto ranching. You can be a builder as well, I guess. So Rowan we want to put as a builder. And Ruby, digging, Trivaldo, no skills. Really. So it's either we take a rancher off of it, or... I mean, you're a potential rancher, but you're not a rancher yet. Let's put Hassan as a digger. Once he gets the ranching skill, he'll switch to digging. And I guess that's it. I don't really see anybody else who had any sort of... yeah, this is it. Okay. That's not great, but I'll live with it. Okay. Hoi. Is anybody actually starving during all this? Nails, kinda? What are you doing, Nails? You are trapped in a loop trying to grab this meal lice down here. Is that what I see? You dropped your meal lice down here, and now you're trapped in a loop where you can't grab that meal lice. So you're going to die the same death as Bert right now, because you keep trying to grab the meal lice you can't get to, as opposed to any of the food that you can get to. Even though there's plenty of it. Yeah, this AI. Yeah, it's a combination of slime lung. It's It's a combination of slime lung and that. So we got a larva egg here, which is great. It means we don't need to start ranching slicksters right away. How do we break her out of this loop? I care again. I didn't care about Bert, but I'm going to care about you. Can we break you out of this? Where's the rest of our food? I mean, don't we have lettuce? Don't we have lettuce right here for you? We have lettuce literally right here for you that no one is eating. Look, how about we just do this? For now, how about you just go eat the lettuce? The lettuce is in a place you can reach, right? Nails. Nails, I've great news for you. I've got a special new food just for you. It's called lettuce. No more meal ice. You can eat barbecue too, but just eat lettuce and barbecue. Can you accomplish that, Nails? Is that a thing you think you can do? As opposed to being in the same loop that Bert was in? I don't know why they haven't eaten the lettuce yet. It's edible, right? You can just eat straight lettuce. Alright, recovers breath. Right, and then you're going to go eat some lettuce. Got your breath back. Now you're running up. You're going to grab the lettuce. Perfect. And along the way, you'll probably run out of breath, but you'll hopefully run out of breath around here. And we really need to get our oxygen back up. Otherwise, she'll be stuck in another loop again. Yeah, I also kind of want... I kind of want to dig out this channel as well still. Because this is just a lot of oxygen up here. Like, this is a lot of oxygen. The pressure is pretty high. It's just not getting through all that well. Because we have this whole thing problem. Yeah. Okay. Where's our CO2 layer? CO2 layer is only up to here. I guess we have a lot of CO2 that just isn't... Like, we need to improve the airflow a lot better. That's also part of the issue. Okay. Nails goes and hopefully grabs her lettuce. Alright, here she goes. We have her going to the lettuce. She's going to run out of breath along the way. Because of slime lung. She picks up barbecue and has enough time to pick up barbecue and drop it down this pit before she catches her breath. That's unfortunate. You literally just grab barbecue and threw it down a pit. Okay. 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 You won't play that way? I'll just let you die. I'm not too attached to you, Nails. You know? You think about that? I've already got too many duplicates in this base. You think about that? What if I just let you die, huh? Huh? You didn't think about that, did you? Where are you even going? You're gonna run down here to eat your meal. Just eat your meal here. Is there anything over here? There's a little bit of oxygen for you, sure. But you're gonna, like, hold your stomach along the way. Don't chuck meat off a cliff. I mean, this is a downside of having this long, interrupted thing right here, is it's a little bit rough sometimes. So, this is now going to here. These turn on. This coolant now is going to come out here. And it's coming out at... Wait, what? 36. What's the temperature coming in here? This comes in here at 47. Hits here. This is cooling. This is enabled. Active if above -5, active if above -5, active if above -5. Is it this bridge that is having problems? Passes through here, coming out at 8 degrees Celsius. Okay, there was just some... These first two didn't go through, it looks like. Yeah, the first there are some hiccups. That's fine. Startup hiccups. So now we have it coming out at 20 degrees. That doesn't sound correct either. Coming in at 47 degrees, and then it's going to be -42 off of that. Comes in here. It's at 20 degrees. Hits here. Do I have... No, this connects here, right? And doesn't connect here. Comes out here at 5.6. Why is this one coming out? Wait, what? Okay. 5.7. Okay. Alright. So this should start cooling things down by a lot, right? Some initial hiccups, but now this should be... Yeah, and we are ready to deconstruct... No, not that. Cancel that. Deconstruct this liquid pipe. Yeah, deconstruct this. Priority 9. Get this out of here. This is just to make sure the flow goes the correct direction. We have a lot of backup coolant here, so we don't need to worry about stutter stepping with our coolant. Alright, this is coming out at 6 degrees Celsius. It comes out here at 45 degrees Celsius. We'll see. Alright. So we'll let this run a little bit to get the system cool, right? Also, let's go ahead and say liquid crude oil. Just so we can get this automated killing system back online, because telling them to go attack stuff is kind of slow. Rather not do that. These incubators all need to start going now, because we need to get our hatch population back up. I think we also want to go ahead and say incubator. Priority 9 this. We need to get our ranches back up and going. This can be priority 9 as well. And then this should be hatchling eggs continuous. Incubate. Priority 9. Hatchling egg. There's no copy settings button for this. That's fine. Incubate. Priority 9. And hatchling egg incubate. Priority 9. Something like this. Let's also go ahead and say base, ladder, igneous rock is fine. Do this. Mesh tile, aluminum ore, like so. Let's try priority 9ing this as well. That way, stuff that they drop can only go down so far. Right, and we don't have this problem where they're dropping meal ice that falls down here, and then we have issues. So I foresee that we're also going to have some issues where they try and haul out eggs and then they drop the eggs. And then maybe run into loops like that. But yeah, we want to start getting all these eggs out of here. Decrampify all this stuff. Get all of our hatches producing. Get all of the hatch eggs getting done really quickly. This is priority 9. We have the wire as well. Right? Automation wire. This automation wire is all hooked up as well. So this needs to be... This is a high priority as well. But we have all this done. Yeah, okay. Alright. So what's the temperature like over here? Climbing, that's fine. Once this gets to 200 degrees, we'll kind of concern ourselves a little bit more. I guess we also want to make sure that we get this vacuuming done before this boils off into steam. So we need to shut off this gas pump before this place turns into steam. Otherwise, I think we're fine. Okay. So, first step is it needs to cool down this industrial sector, which was all around, what, like 50 degrees when we started? 47.1. Sure, I can live with that. Coming out at 6.5. Yeah, we just need to let this run for a little while, and I think we'll be fine. Another duplicate died. Nails. Nails, unfortunately, did not figure out the problem here. Had the same problem that Bert did, I think, and got stuck for too long. Okay. Sure. Nails dies. Also, Marie, do you have morale issues? You do not. Why is your stress high? Frankly depressing. You have high morale. Warm air. 10% per cycle. Okay. Interesting. Warm air is... Yeah, toasty surroundings. This is toasty surroundings? Where are you? Oh, you're right here. Okay. Another death. I knew there'd be deaths this run. Again, that mistake from yesterday is costing us. Slap down another one, boys. Brutal. Alright, but we have our cooling system up and going now. We have the power to run it. We should be able to get... I mean, I don't know. It's still frustrating that we have a base with plenty of food in it and dupes starve to death. I still kind of wish the AI was just a little bit better in that regard. And we didn't have to, like, micromanage them to stay alive, because I just really don't want to micromanage anymore. Priority 9, this digging right here. Let's get our algae out. Let's get this dug out. Let's get some scaffolding up to here. Base, ladder, sandstone? Do I have sandstone around here? Sandstone. Ladder, sandstone. Whoops. Ladder, sandstone. Something like this. Actually, let's try here. And give a dig order all across here. See how much they can reach. Priority 9, this. Okay. We have dig orders. We have uprooting all this. We are going to replant them over here where we have clean water supplies. Is this run out of water yet? No. Okay. What if we drained back to here for now and just got rid of all this? Just so I can get this cooling system hooked up to the rest sooner. I mean, it has to run for a little while anyways, I guess. Right? The input is still coming in at 48 degrees. Like, it's a powerful system, but it's going to need to run for a little while, because it can't just run for, you know, no time and still work. Growth halted body temperature. Yeah, because these are growth halted atmosphere. Let's just drain out the rest of the water back to here. Plumbing, liquid bridge, igneous rock. Just connect up, I guess right here. And then liquid pipe, igneous rock, connect up here and here. Priority 9 this. Drain out the rest of the water from this area right here. We'll move the oxyferns to over here, I think, is the plan. Either that or we move them somewhere else entirely. Let's also go ahead and deconstruct. Deconstruct. Priority 9. Priority 9. Let this oxygen that's up here float out. Yeah, our pressure is really low, though. It's a combination of pressure and... We don't even want this one running as well, do we? Turn off all of our carbon skimmers to help improve the pressure a little bit. And hopefully digging out this... Right. Priority 8 on this. Get them to dig out this stuff. Grab more algae, toss it in there, get it burning. And we need to start worrying about an electrolyzer room. Now that we have the cooling kind of up and going. Also, let's bump these up to a priority 9 again, I guess. Get oxygen in our central areas in particular. These have not been lullabied. They need to be lullabied. And we really want this to get built as well. That way we can save a little bit on power. It's not critical, but we'd like it to happen. Get our ranches sorted out so that even though we'll stabilize once we get the cooling here on food. We need to work on oxygen though again. We need to devote a lot of labor to oxygen. Is anyone stuck in a loop and starving? Gossman looks like she's starving. Gossman, Abe, again, it's these slime lung people. What are you doing, Gossman? You are eating? You're going to eat? Are you carrying any food? You're carrying meal lice. Your breath is at 83%. Alright, Gossman, we're banning you from using the facilities again. You'll have to eat somewhere else. Where are you running now? You're running all the way over here. And you're gonna eat. And you're not gonna eat. What are you doing? You decide not to eat. Great. Genius. Smooth move, Gossman. Ugh, this AI. Come on, guys. Help me. Help me help you. How many hours have I been playing Oxygen Not Included? I've probably played around... I want to say like 700. I don't know. Steam says more than that, but like I might have been away from the game during some of that time. Now she's running all the way over here because someone... Like, there's barbecue right here for you, Gossman. You don't pick up this food. Like, why would you run all the way over here as well? I don't understand. There's oxygen here. There's not oxygen here. You ran all the way over here to eat your food. Now you're going to go and run and grab this food all the way over here when there's... I mean, I'm just kind of willing to let you die. You dupes. You dupes. There's food right here. There's all the food you could eat right here. Right here for you, Gossman. And you don't want it. You're like, nah. Rather die. She can't make it over here. Why did she run all the way over here to eat her meal, too? Why didn't she just stop here and eat her meal? Or better yet, just hop off anywhere here and eat her meal. You're killing me, Smalls. You're killing me. Do we just accept another death? I really don't want to be micromanaging these guys. Which means we really need to get our oxygen sorted out. Because that's the problem. It's Slime Lung plus oxygen issues that creates this whole shebang. Ugh. How's our coolant coming along, by the way? Yeah, it still has a ways to go. It's coming out here at 36 degrees. So have we gotten this area down to 36 degrees? Is that what I'm hearing? 39 degrees. Okay, well it's down 10 degrees pretty quickly. We need to start setting up electrolyzer rooms. I think that's what it comes down to. We're not going to have enough algae anyways in the soon-to-be very short term. I think we just want to be using this water that we have right here. Because this water right here we can eventually get, but I want to turn it into steam first and get the power out of it. Because we're just dumping heat into this. So it'll become steam eventually. We have not quite vacuumed out this entire area yet. We're getting there with this gas pump. It needs a little while longer to run. This temperature is still rising though, right? This is up to 65 now. I think we can get it done in time. And then we just deconstruct this gas pump. Where do we want to set up an electrolyzer room is a good question. I kind of want to set it up over here. But it's a little bit hot over here. Like we set up one there, we end up setting up one over here. Because where else do we want to... Where else do we want to set things up? Just some quick and dirty electrolysis until we get... I mean, we don't have a reliable water supply either, though. So electrolysis is still not... Like, we need to ramp up our polluted dirt, which means we need to get our trees online, which means we need to get cooling out to these areas so we can start planting out trees in all those places. And then we can get tons of polluted dirt. We're still ways away on polluted dirt, though. I mean, we could try and set up steam turbines over here. No, I don't think that's gonna quite work. What do we want to do for oxygen? What do we want to do for oxygen? So if water falls down here, it ends up right here, right? That's where this is emptying out at the moment. We need more oxygen. We have plenty of it over here. Digging out this will help. We want to grab the last of the algae, and we want to set up electrolysis. The question is where. We need to start hauling in all this. Ooh, there's another fungal spore. Fungal spore would be nice. I mean, now that we have the cooling system up and going, it's not really necessary. But it would be still pretty sweet to have. We have oxygen kind of floating up here, right? So this oxygen is making its way up and oxygenating these ranching areas. I mean, also we just have all our polluted dirt over here, which is helping with that. This should be probably priority 9 to reduce our slime lung issues. Otherwise we get slime lung going out and about in our base. What else, what else, what else? I also kind of want to upgrade this priority. Yeah, I mean, eventually we're gonna zone it like that, right? We don't have any water right now. The map has the only renewable water source we found so far is this water geyser right here, which is still dormant. So we've been relying on slime and algae and whatnot. But I kind of want to move to other stuff. I think part of what we'll do is we will dig out across here and access this area. Dig out like this. This is a lot of abyssite to dig through, though. Like, I'm digging at it through a weird angle. Maybe we try something else, like digging out here. Because digging out sand is going to be a lot easier than digging out through abyssite. And then we can dig out like this. And we'll just let all this polluted water fall down to here and set up like a little pool here, I think is a plan. And then this can all turn into oxygen, basically. Like it'll slowly off-gas into polluted oxygen. That'll help us out. Let's priority 8 all of this digging. It also potentially gets us closer to more algae over here. A little bit. What else? What else? What else? What else? Yeah, we're gonna just like set up a little. We're gonna set up a basin here for a lot of polluted water to off-gas, I think, is the plan. Just let tons of polluted water off-gas in this area. That'll up our oxygen a little bit. What else? This is still hot though. What are these at? These are 55 degrees. Like there's still a good amount of thermal mass in this area too that needs to be cooled down before we can really start getting our farms cooled. We need the farms cooled too. We need to take care of food. What else? What else? What else can we do? We could... I mean, I guess we could just end up pumping stuff in, but that creates a heat problem as well, because all this stuff is hot. Right, all this area is pretty toasty. This area is okay. It's going to pass through a toasty area, though, to get through here. So it's probably going to heat up along the way, which is not great. Yeah, I want to dig out any more slime we can get our hands on easily as well. That's rather important. Let's dig out this muckroot while we're at it. Free food over here sounds like a good idea. Dig out this. Set this to be a higher priority. I think there's some slime under here. What else? What else? What else? What else? I mean, I don't know. We'll be hauling in some algae. We'll be getting the algae going again. We dug out all this, right? So we should be okay on that front. We can give an order to dig out like over here, and as they work through this area, we can dig out more. Right? We can say dig out just all across here as well. Priority 9 this. Priority 9 this. Dig out this. I mean, all this slime is still going to be very useful for us. But I think we need electrolysis. I've been trying to think of ways around it, but I think we still just need electrolysis, which means we need to figure out a place where we want to set up electrolysis. We're going to set up a steam turbine here, right? So maybe it makes sense to... And that steam turbine can supply water to electrolysis pretty easily. We don't have a good way of... Like the way the cooling system works right now, we don't have a great way to cool that, though. I don't want to replace this slime setup here. Maybe we uproot these trees and set up our electrolyzer room right here and use this piping for cooling. Is 3 high? I kind of want it to be 4 high, though, is a problem. I mean, I guess we could set up electrolyzer room right here. This is all still kind of close to our base in a way that we don't want. Or close to our farms, I should say. The other option is we take some of the space that we had. Yeah, this is... These guys we're all stuck in the same loop. They were trying to get down to here to grab some meal ice, and they couldn't because they dropped it at some point. I mean, this area is where we want to duplicate our industrial sector, right? We basically want to clone everything that we have right here and just put it down another layer. So I don't really want to put it there. And then we want to have Slickster ranches underneath here. So the electrolyzer room is probably going to have to go over here, I think is the plan. I think that's where we want it at the end of the day. Which is a little awkward. That's a lot of hot stuff to dig out. I guess if we stick to, like, right here... Let's set it up 4 high right along here. So let's say we dig out a room like this. I'm not sure how big we want this. It's going to be... What do we do? I mean, we can have this bridge over... We can kind of get rid of this, get a line going to over here. That should be fine. The electrolysis chamber over here, I guess, is the convenient place to put it. And then we'll basically take this line that we've built and we'll use this for our distribution system. Kind of make a line across here. We need the electrolysis going, though, I think. We probably have enough water in here. The only reason we want to keep putting water in here is because we want to pump out the rest of the gas before we have this boil off. So we want to keep, you know, enough thermal mass in here to keep this from boiling. But yeah, we're going to say base, insulated tile, igneous rock. Let's set up right across here, I think. Something like this. Then we're going to leave all this at a low priority. Right, this will all be priority 3 for now or something. I'm not even sure this is how deep we want it to go. I think we actually want to go further out. But we're going to say oxygen. We probably want, given the number of duplicates in our base, we probably want to have 4 electrolyzers. Maybe we get away with fewer than 4 electrolyzers. I mean, 2 might be good enough just to keep things going until we can set up something else. Because we can support another 2 over here pretty easily as well once that thing stops being dormant. So we could say manual airlock, aluminum ore. If we had something like this, and then ventilation, gas pump, like so, and then we say automation, atmos sensor, lead, set this up just like right here, automation wire, lead, connect up like this, and then we say ventilation, or actually I guess we'll have oxygen, electrolyzer, for like boom, boom, and then we want gas pumps, gas pump, aluminum ore, boom, boom, something like that. And then this will be our oxygen pumps, this will be our hydrogen pump, something along these lines. But we want all of this stuff operational, so let's expand it out a little bit. Right, so this continues on out. Let's see if we can't set up something larger. So gas pump, aluminum ore, boom, boom, and then boom, boom, and then our section there, boom, 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 boom. I guess it needs to be about this long. What's going on? Did my game crash? Please don't tell me my game crashed. Okay, something weird happened. Cancel this base, insulated tile, igneous rock, like so. Right? We'll set up like a heat exchanger right here, I think, where our coolant will flow and the gases will get pumped out. Something along those lines. And then we say base, manual airlock, aluminum ore, boom, boom, ventilation, gas pump, aluminum ore, boom, and then let's say base, mesh tile, we'll elevate these spots right here, like so. We'll say insulated tile, igneous rock across here. Something like this. We could actually just do this for now. And then oxygen, electrolyzer, aluminum ore is still good. I guess we want to make these out of gold if we can. And we'll probably be okay on temperature because we're going to be using cooler stuff at the start. Yeah, okay. Let's say oxygen, electrolyzer. We'll stick with aluminum ore. We'll stick with aluminum ore. Electrolyzer, aluminum ore, boom, 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 like so, right? Ventilation, gas pipe, igneous rock is fine. This one's just going to go up to a hydrogen generator, just straight up, I think. We're going to say automation, atmos sensor, lead, boom, automation wire, lead. We're going to basically just turn this off while we're building this, but we can start generating stuff pretty easily here. Plumbing, liquid pipe, igneous rock. This is the challenge. We want to get our water supply across here, right? Like once we're done doing this, I think we just want to send it straight across here. The water supply right now is fairly hot, but it's going to be less hot in the future. I don't know. We don't want to run this through here, though. But let's say just pipe igneous rock. This will run across here. Something like this. And then up. I guess we could just run it through here. And then we can bridge off to these other areas. So we just run this out across here. Liquid bridge, igneous rock, boom, 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 boom. Liquid pipe, igneous rock, connect up here. This is a pretty large building project. This is the challenge. We need to build this kind of in pieces, but ventilation, gas pipe, yeah, and then we're just going to run gas pipes all the way throughout here, right? Yeah, I think that's the plan. They won't be able to get up here. So this will be... I mean, maybe this is an inconvenient location. They will say something like gas pipe right here, and then this will bridge over. Right, so then we have bridge over right here. I mean, we want to have a heat exchanger here, though, if possible. Like, I don't want this to be the heat exchange area. We want to basically say ventilation, gas pipe, igneous rock is fine, anything is fine for this interior pipe right here. But we basically want to have this come up across like here, and then out, but with like granite or something. Right, ventilation, gas pipe. From here on out we use granite. And this is line 1. And then we'll have line 2, line 3, line 4, roughly speaking. Cancel this. Like so. We'll actually probably just have this go to under here and have our hydrogen generator up here, I guess. Although with this here... Okay. Ventilation, gas pipe, igneous rock. This is just going to bridge out right here. Right? Gas bridge, igneous rock. This one bridges here. Gas pipe, igneous rock. Then we just do the same thing right here. Right. Gas bridge. Ventilation. Gas bridge, igneous rock right here. Actually, if we're doing this bend, we can cheapen this a little bit. Gas bridge, igneous rock, just right here. Gas pipe, igneous rock across here. And then if this is going down, gas pipe, igneous rock. So this goes down to a hydrogen generator over here. And then this goes across here. This bridge is over. Okay, and then this will be our heat exchanger area where we cool down the gases. Right, we'll extend out our cooling line from here. And then we have this right here. Ventilation, gas pipe. Okay. So this is what the final form, what we want it to look like, right? Something like this. We need to hook this all up with power, of course, as well. So we're probably just going to have a power line running across the top of this room. Power, heavy watt wire, aluminum ore, or copper, or whatever. What's nearby, actually? I think aluminum's fine. Power, heavy watt wire, aluminum. We run aluminum cable, heavy watt aluminum cable up through here. And then, I mean, I guess, I don't know, that's a little bit of a waste. Cancel this. Cancel this. We'll just say power, heavy watt wire. We'll run it across here. Dip down here. And then do this. And we'll just have our hookup like right here. I'm now realizing I want to move this all over by one. Just one to the left. That way I have a wall here. I don't think we need that right away. This will be our building area. Then we'll just seal up this place right here. Use this as a wall. It's a little bit awkward, but I don't want to rebuild all this. Again, this should be fine. Power, heavy watt wire. This is just going to connect up to here. Right, and then we're going to set up our heavy watt joint plate like right over here to seal this area in. This is going to get vacuumed out, but then we're going to, after we vacuum this out, we'll seal it in with another heavy watt joint plate. I think we'll be fine. Yeah, that's a lot of building to do. It is a lot of building to do. Put this back at priority 5. So this is what we want our system to look like here, and then plumbing. We have the plumbing set up. Right, plumbing is set up. Ventilation is set up. Power is set up. Everything is, and automation is set up as well, right? I have lead line right here. Okay, cool. So this should be enough oxygen for pretty much the entire base. It's just a question of can we keep enough power going to it, and keep enough water going to it, I should say. We have a large water reserve right here. We have this water sieve already set up to go. We kind of want to preheat this water too. So eventually what we're going to do is we're going to replace the line in with our steam turbine lines out. So it's going to be 95 degrees over here. And we're going to have to worry a little bit about that. But we can take our cooling loop. We can basically take our cooling loop and we can bridge it out. We can snake it around over here and then have it go back through here as well to keep this area a little bit cooler. So we'll build a big snaking pipe for this heat exchanger to cool out the oxygen that's coming out. and then we will have it go through here to just keep this area a little bit cooler, because this is going to be 95-degree water ultimately coming in. We're gonna, yeah. So we'll have the water come in. We'll sieve it up. We'll have the water come in here. It'll get heated up. We'll get all the heat out of it. The steam turbine will then pump the 95-degree water over to here, and then we'll have the heat exchanger. That's the system. Yeah, any three-way junction between pipes should be governed by a valve or a building or a bridge for pathfinding purposes. Otherwise, the thing can all mess up. What are we referring to? The merging... It won't go the other way since the green outport is just 2 blocks away. What are we referring to? I think we're set. I think all this works. But yeah, this is the electrolyzer room design. This area over here. We'll take our cooling loop once it's cooled down a little bit more, because it's still at... This is still at 47 degrees. We still have a lot of cooling left to do before this line is all ready to go, right? But this will cool down the gases. We might need to replace some of these parts with gold amalgam if we can. Like if we could get all of these pumps and electrolyzers made out of gold amalgam, then I actually don't even need cooling in this room. It'll all be just fine, right? So we won't need to run a cooling section through here. We kind of just want to move all this one tile over as well, which is a little bit frustrating. We built this one tile too close to the side because I don't have room to enclose this wall at this point. Because this is like our access ladder at the moment. Oh, but I don't want to redo all that work. That would be rough. So how long do we think it would take to get all this up? Or at least get the first section of it up? Because once we get the first section of it up, we're kind of okay. The first section is going to run this line. Like we can just connect these lines right here at the start. We could just say don't do this or this and just have this go out, right? And just pump straight out to our base. And then we can complete the rest later, basically. Or I guess we would want to set it up like right here. Ventilation, gas pipe, granite across here, and then gas pipe, igneous rock right here. So we would cancel here, and then link up right here, and just have this go out. And then later, once we've got the rest of this built up, and we're starting to use the heat exchanger, we send it out this way. I think that works. This is a large project to build, without a lot of oxygen in this area either, as it stands. I guess once we get the first part of this up and running, we're kind of good to go. Like once we get this dug out, dig out order over here, right? Once we get this line built and we start producing some oxygen from this electrolyzer, then we're kind of okay. We'll just let the hydrogen float up. I mean, I guess it'll only just reach right at the top up here and eventually float out to over here, which is perfectly fine. Because we still have the power reserves to run this. Though I guess we have gone through about 1 ton of ethanol. But I still have a ton of lumber ready to be processed, so I'm not super worried about that. I really want this clock sensor done as well. None of these have been lullabied. That's problematic. Okay. So that's our medium-term oxygen solution, right? Until we can find... I mean, maybe we never find another renewable source of water. I guess we have this cool steam vent down here. So eventually we get down to this. Right, we set up like... I mean, this doesn't connect this area, though. This hasn't broken yet. This looks like it's breaking, but it hasn't broken. I'm not exactly sure why. There's a pretty pressure difference here. This is dirt, gold amalgam. What's... Alright, this is all very soft. It could, in theory, break. I don't know. I won't hold my breath. My dupes are the ones that should be holding their breath, not me. Solution, we're leaving all that at priority 5 for now, because I don't particularly care about doing it right now. What is the more immediate solution? Getting the oxygen from here would be pretty nice. We also maybe just want to explore out a little bit more. Here's space, right? So this is the top of space. Space biome begins here. We have basically no other geysers that we found. No other renewable sources. We have this polluted oxygen vent, this polluted oxygen vent, and we have this down here that we could reach. We kind of need to go down here anyways to set up a wall to block off this heat issue. But we also kind of want to set up a wall for this heat area first. This one is a little bit more pressing. This one's going up against our base pretty soon here. We haven't found... Oh, there's a saltwater geyser here. I mean, we can't get there. It's blocked off by using steam, right? Dig a channel through here, right? Let the steam rise, and then process steam turbine. That's a possibility. We could get at it that way. Yeah, we need more algae. We need more algae, we need more slime, and we need to keep those going. We also want to consider this water geyser over here and set up an electrolyzer room just right under here. We have this made out of gold amalgam. This is fine. We're going to need to make some gold amalgam parts for all this, but we can start making oxygen over here. Let's get this dug out. Right, get this dug out, let all this polluted water drain out. It'll start off-gassing. That'll help with our oxygen situation. It also gets us access potentially to more algae and slime over here, or maybe find a geyser over here. Some renewable source of water. And again, we just need to sustain ourselves. We just need to sustain ourselves off of oxygen. We just need to sustain ourselves oxygen-wise until we can get our polluted dirt up and going. This ethanol loop is what's going to be providing our long-term oxygen, right? With all this polluted dirt. That's the plan. We just need to wait until that gets going, and then we're kind of okay. I'm kind of tempted to replace some of these chairs over here with oxygen production. The problem is it's going to be relatively hot right now, right? It all comes down to cooling again. This polluted dirt is a little bit hotter than what we want our farms to be. So if we just like dug out more area here, if we dug out this area right here, what's the maximum size of a mess hall? 64 tiles. So we could dig out. We could dig out to right here, right? Cancel that. Dig out to right here, replace this with some oxygen generation. Basically just bins full of pollutant, right? I think that would be okay. I mean, I don't know. This area is still just like on the verge of shutting off our farms. But just to have some oxygen in our meal halls would be... Like we kind of have some oxygen coming from these oxyferns over here to supply our bathrooms. The thing right here. We could say some space here and set up some polluted dirt bins just to keep oxygen in the areas that matter. If we have oxygen in the areas where they're eating, going to the bathroom, stuff like that, then we don't really need to worry about them dying because they'll always be able to recover their breath in those areas. But we need that up. This whole work area, though, has no oxygen in it at this point, which is a little bit problematic. It's a big ask to have them work in this area without any O2 in here. We could set up, I mean, we could just set up another, let's try that. Oxygen diffuser. Let's get another one down here. Right here. Priority 9 this. Just get another one of these built. It's right next to all these algae distillers, so it'll be easy to supply. Get some oxygen being produced here. I guess we want to close off this then. We grab the hatches from here, right? So we're good to go on that end. There's nothing really more that we want from this area. Let's close this off. Tile, sandstone, sounds good to me. Priority 9 this as well. We could also toss more into the storage bin. Like, we already have some little oxygen producing areas. We could just turn them back on, I guess. Okay. Alright, I think that's where we're at. Oh, someone actually starving. Gossman again. It's these slime lung people, I'm telling you. Gossman is gonna die, right? Yeah, we paused and she's off to go kill herself because she's dumb, and we're not gonna save her because I don't care enough. Abe is running back up here to eat. I don't want you to do that, Abe. Abe, we are banning you from using the mess hall over here. You do not have permission. Stay out. This is how you get yourself killed. You just won't eat your food. We're going to tell you to eat your food wherever you can. And then, who's the last one? Ada? Ada I want to kind of keep alive. She's kind of important. Ada is going to eat. She's stuck in this loop. She's trying to pick up this meal lice down here. Yeah, I don't want you picking up that meal lice. I want you picking up other stuff. You also have light wounds because apparently you've been fighting some hatches because we haven't had our hatch drowner up and running. Because for whatever reason they don't want to deliver the crude oil from here. I don't know why. All liquid crude oil, priority 9. Alright, I guess they'll get to it when they get to it. So, Ada, how about we tell you lettuce? Right, go eat lettuce. The lettuce is right here, right? Yeah, go and eat this lettuce. You have 10 kilograms of lettuce here. This is plenty of lettuce. Go and eat it. Right? Why has no one been eating this lettuce? I still don't understand. Consumables. Ada. Where are you, Ada? Ada, you are no longer allowed to eat meal lice because you are trying to grab the meal lice that someone dropped down here and you're never going to get to it. And that's a bit of a problem. I don't want you going down there. How about you stop trying? Also, medicine, tasteful memorials. Let's just prepare for the Gossman scenario that's about to happen. We're not going to try and save her. It's so tedious trying to micromanage these duplicates once they catch themselves, once the AI tells them to do something stupid. Once that happens, we're pretty sure Gossman's dead. What are you doing? I just told you not to... You're not allowed to eat meal lice. What are you grabbing? I just told you you're not allowed. What else is down here? Meal lice. Anything else? Is there like barbecue down here or something? No. There's nothing else. I told you you can't eat meal lice. You're not allowed to eat meal lice. Didn't I? Consumables. Ada, you're not allowed to eat meal lice. You can't eat that. Don't eat that. What are you doing? You can't go there. I just told you you can't. Go back up here. Go grab the lettuce that's in the thing. There's lettuce in the thing. You can have lettuce. Go eat lettuce. What are you doing? Don't you see the dead bodies here? These are the people who tried. These are the people who tried this exact same thing as you, and they got stuck in a loop trying to pick up that meal lice. Go eat the lettuce. Go eat the lettuce. Ugh. Alright, so Gossman's going to die soon, right? Here's Gossman. She says she's going to eat. But she's not going to eat. Oh, look, she's going for the meal lice too. Yeah, she's trapped in the same problem. There's other food. There's literally, like, why are you traveling down here? There's lettuce right here. There's lettuce right there. You could go. There's nothing preventing you from going to eat it. You silly duplicate. Oh, this is the reason we put the food up here. So you can go eat it. So you aren't going to try and fetch the